It's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country where we are on a mission. And our mission really is to empower. Our mission is to inspire. And our mission is to provide you, that's right, you, the hard-working entrepreneur, with all of the resources that are necessary to execute that big vision you have for the people you were called to serve. And on this episode, we have the one and only Brenda. She's in the building. And yes, she'll be talking about becoming the better you. Is that even possible? We'll find out. What's going on, Brenda? How you doing?
I am fantastic.
Well, thanks for being here. It's an honor and a privilege. Thanks for showing up. And thank you to viewers. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. You have a lot of choices and you choose to be with us. So thank you so much. Brenda, before we get into how famous you are and your background and all the wonderful stuff you're doing around the world, let's take a moment. And some of you might be wondering, wow, why are people today struggling to become the better version of themselves? Now, I'm not going to be funny here, but we do have AI that they can look at on any given day and get motivated and excited. They've got all the bells and whistles. They've got all the gadgets, the YouTube videos, the TikToks, Instagram, and yet people still struggle to become the best version of themselves. What's holding them back these days?
Man, it's a good question. Fear, doubt, insecurities, what other people think. That's a big one.
Tell me a little more about that.
We tend to not do what we want to do with our own lives because of the opinions of others. And Les Brown says what other people think of you are what? None of your business. But we tend to let other people stop us from having the life that we want. We let our spouse, our parents, our siblings, our friends dictate what we're going to do in life. And it leads for a miserable life. Instead of standing up, you're still an individual. Stand up for yourself. Have the life that you want. Work the job that you want to work.
When the person is listening right now, and we're going to get to how famous she is, so we'll get into her backstory and her background in a minute, but the person is watching and they're thinking, Shay, what does that even mean? What does becoming the better version of you even mean? Can she break that down for us? So let's slow down for a moment, take a moment and share, what do you mean by becoming the better version of you?
So when we live our lives in a version of us that is not the best, we are doing a disservice to you, to your family, to your friends, to your coworkers, to your bosses, to your company, because we're not living at the best level. We're not living at our full potential. We're not using the gifts that you've got to be able to share with others. The whole point of a gift is to give. And if we keep it, now we're just keeping it selfishly. We all have talents, but we tend to want to compare ourselves to other people. Don't do that. If you're comparing yourself to somebody else, then how are you becoming the best version of you? The best version of you is you. And I realized this when I went to prison and I came out. And we'll get into that story. I'm sure you're going to ask some questions about it. But I realized people were in prison that never had to go. We're locked up because we're letting fear and doubt and insecurities right here. Our mindset is locked up and it inhibits, it prohibits, it stops us from doing anything that we truly want to do in life because of the fear of what other people are going to say, what other people are going to do, and what that's going to do to you. Instead of realizing, look, they don't pay my bills. I'm not going home to them at night. The only person's opinion that really matters, yes, your spouse, but you. Because if you're not happy, you're not going to have a happy marriage. You're not going to have a happy work life. You're not going to have a happy family life.
I love it. Before we get into the backstory, which we will, the person is listening right now and says, Shay, I'm all in. I just want to know 3 things I need to do. Like if she could talk to me right now, and there are 2 types of individuals, because she can handle it, ladies and gentlemen. There's one person right now that's doing really, really well. Like, hey, I just want to get to the next level. And what's 1 or 2 things she would share to me? Because life is pretty good right now. I have my job, or I have my career, I have my business, I have the family. Life is good. And I want you to talk to them first and say, hey, here's 1 or 2 things they maybe can do. And maybe it's both the same for both. I don't know. And then she'll come to the other side. Don't worry. It's not overloading. She'll be able to handle this and talk to the person that's like, life's kind of hit them with the punch they never saw coming. And right now they're laying down and they're like, I got a fight on my hands, Shay. What would she say to me? Go ahead and talk to those two individuals if you would, please.
So I have been both of those individuals. So I'm going to start with the first individual that has a pretty good life, right? We have a great business or a great career, from the outside looking in, great pillars of the community, great family life, the life that everybody wants. But our name used to be Becoming the Best You, and we changed it because I don't want to be the best. I want to strive to be better and better and better and better and better. So we changed it to Becoming the Better You, because the day you stop learning is the day you're not going to grow anymore. So for the person who's already successful, what if you could have a better quality of life in that success? And the only way to do that is to keep going, but going differently so that you get that level of success that you're looking for. Now, for me, the word success is different. Most people equate it to money, great company, status. To me, success is just completing something on my list. I can successfully wash the dishes, but if I leave them in the sink dirty, I have failed at that job. But when I achieve a certain goal, that is success. Now, to the other person, because I had that rug ripped right out from under me, I had to get back up. I had to make a choice to get back up. I had to make a choice to say, no, I can be better. I can do better. I can have better. I can be a better example. And I owed it to myself and to my family, to my friends, to my coworkers to become the best version of me. You have to get off the couch and you have to go do something. It's not going to happen if you don't make it happen. Nobody's going to come to your rescue. Nobody's going to come save the day. People will help you, but you're still going to have to do the work. And that's where people quit. They think, oh, I've been doing it too long. Well, let me tell you, I've been doing this for 5 years. So if I can come out of prison at the age of 50 and do this, I'm 57. If I can do this, what's stopping you? You have talent, you have a value, you have a worth. Go out and show people what it is. That's how you start becoming the better you.
I love it. Spot on, by the way. It's a good transition, a good point. You're so authentic. You're so transparent. Take a moment and answer the burning question you talked about. A number of folks right now, they're like, Shay, I didn't read her bio. Shay, I didn't Google her. Shay, I have no idea who she is. I like what I'm hearing. I like what she's talking about. The points make sense. But take a moment, if you would, and talk to the person who might be cooking dinner right now. We appreciate you. The person who may be driving down the road and they're listening to this podcast. Thank you. If you're able to watch right now, that's even cool. And tell them, who is Brenda? What's the backstory? And what was that defining moment? You know, the question, the defining moment that led you to doing what you're doing now.
I'm doing what I'm doing now because it's what I wanted to do back then, but I didn't go do it. You see, I was hiding my gifts and my talents. It was something I secretly wanted to do, but what would people think? Oh, I'd have to go a different direction. All the people that worked for me, what would they do? We had lots of family members that worked for us. Where would they go if I shifted gears? So I stayed stuck because I thought that's what was best for them. But what do we tell our kids? Don't run around with that person. Don't do that. It's going to get you into trouble. And at the age of 46, I found myself in a prison cell for doing exactly that, running with the wrong crowd. Things can come and change in an instant with you. How you get back up is what matters. So for me, I spent over 35,000 hours in a jail cell studying human behavior, studying myself, studying my actions, studying change. I realized that I needed to change, that if I didn't change, that I was going to go right back out and have a miserable life. And I was chasing the wrong things. I was chasing money over the relationship. I was chasing things over people. So what I do now is I work the relationship. And if the relationship doesn't fit, then I just deal with them differently. I had to remove certain people from my lives. Now, your family, it's hard to remove them. But what I could do is deal with them differently. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, love you. But I don't have to share everything with them. I don't have to go every place with them. But I can set a good example for them. And maybe through what I'm doing, they can change too. So I've went from felon to fabulous, which is why we have a little show called From Felon to Fabulous, because change is possible. Now, I told you I did 35,000 hours in a jail cell. It only takes 10,000 to be a master at anything. Did you hear me?
I like that. Good mic drop on that. Good mic drop. Is the person that's listening right now, like, I like this, Shay. Is there a cost when you don't change? If someone stays the same and they don't change, what's, if I can use the word cost, what might it cost them? What might they miss out on?
Well, money. And let's just go there. Because if you're not working to your full potential, you're not earning at your full potential. And in order to work and earn at your full potential, sometimes you need to change. If you want a better quality in relationships, change is needed. So you can make more money. You can have better quality of relationships. I will take 1 to 2 really good friends over 100 just acquaintances. And you can go further with the quality of the life that you have over the quantity of anything. That quality is called peace. That quality is called me. I'm learning who I am. I'm learning what I like. I'm learning what gifts I have. I know what my purpose and my value are. Therefore, I have a better quality of life.
And who doesn't want that, by the way? What's the, as you were speaking, and I'm curious, what's the hardest part of growth? Like, what's the hardest part? Because as my grandma used to say, it's easy to do and it's easy not to do. I'm sure she wasn't the only one that created that. She used to say that all the time. So what's the hardest part to just growing?
First, you have to realize you need it, and then you have to admit it. So it's like that addict. They first have to realize they have a problem, and then you got to do something about it. And if you can't do it on your own, then you need to get around the people that you can. So for me, I had to completely change my circle. I'm not an addict. I don't drink. I haven't had a drink of alcohol since I was 26. It's not that I'm an alcoholic. I made a choice to not do it because I didn't like the person I was when I was drinking. I had to make a choice to separate myself from certain people because I didn't like who I was becoming when I was around them. It's all about the journey. It's all about the becoming. If I want to become something different than what I am, I have to do something different, which means my habits need to change. Right now, I need to lose about 50 pounds. Well, in order for that to happen, I've got to change the way I eat. I've got to change my daily activities. I know this, right? But you have to make the recognition that you're going to do it. I need it and I'm going to do it. If you don't recognize that you need it, then you're not going to do it. If you recognize that you did it and you're making excuses to not do it, now you're not changing.
And you may have heard along this journey of life that consistency is the key, consistency is the key, consistency is the key. And having said that, I think people struggle a lot with consistency, by the way. As you were speaking, I'd like for you to take a moment and talk to the person that says, okay, all that sounds good, Brenda, but ask Brenda, what does she do in order to make sure she's taking care of herself and not feel guilty? Let me give you an example. A number of our audience are dualpreneurs. They work in a full-time job. They're full-time entrepreneurs. We have some folks out there that are caregivers like myself, so they got other responsibilities. Someone saying, hey, Shay, we let her know that I have a husband to take care of. Someone said, well, let her know I got a wife. Someone else saying, I've got a relationship. Someone else saying, Shay, can you let her know I have kids? So I want her to know all the stuff she's talking about. I got kids that are depending on me. Someone else want to know, wait, Shay, let her know that I'm involved in community activities. So I'm so busy taking care of everyone else that I haven't slowed down and taken care of me. So here's the question, and I hope it's a fair question for you, which is, how does someone make sure that they take care of themselves without feeling guilty when so many other people are dependent on them? Does that make sense?
It does. So I'm a mother of 4. I have been married for 38 years. My kids are now grown, and I have 4 grandkids. I'm still very active in their life. I'm still very much a wife, right? So I still have my priorities and my duties, my obligations. Those are not going to change. But sometimes saying no is what you have to do. You cannot fit everything into a day. Not everything that you are doing serves you or your family. So you have to set priorities and let go of some of the things that are causing the problem. Should you go to church? I go to church, absolutely. Do I need to be there every time the doors are open? No, I do not. Do I need to teach Sunday school? No, I do not. Do I need to be at every covered dish dinner? No, I do not. Do I need to feed my family? Yes, I do. Do I need to go to work to feed my family? Yes, I do. Do I need to make sure that my family is taken care of? Yes, I do. Do you see the difference in the priorities? Do I need to go bowling? No, I don't. Do I want to go bowling? Yes, I do. Where is it going to fit in or where is it not going to fit in? Those are the things that you have to look at. Does it fit the lifestyle? Does it fit the need? But does it benefit? If it doesn't benefit, then why are you doing it?
I love it. I love how you broke that thing down. That was spot on. One of my favorite questions I like to ask when we have time, and we have time now, is what's one of the best pieces of advice you've ever been given? And I'll break it down so people understand that I'm not asking them off the mountain with the 10 commandments, okay? You've had more mentors you can probably remember these days. You've likely read more books because you had a lot of hours that you can remember these days. 10,000 hours is kind of a joke now because you can scroll that on a weekend. But if you had to step back and say, here's one of the best pieces of advice I've ever been given that I want to pass on to someone else, what would it be and why?
Stop thinking what other people think about you. Stop caring about what other people think. And the why behind that is because it influences who we become. Now, do we want our spouse to love us and to think well of us and our family? Of course, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, I'm going to put it this way. I have a friend who has a $200,000 a year corporate America job. She has a side business that she loves. Her kids are grown. She has a $5,000 a month mortgage payment. She said, I really want to stop doing what I'm doing in the corporate world because I hate my job and start doing my business. I said, why don't you downsize, get rid of that $5,000 mortgage, go find you a place for $1,000 a month. Now you can keep your job for a year. You got $4,000 a month to put in the bank while you're growing your business. And the first thing she said is, what will other people think? Let that sink in.
And for the person that is concerned about other people think, what would you say to them?
What they think doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is how you feel about what you're doing with your life. And unless they are contributing to it and contributing in a positive way, then their opinion doesn't matter. If they are not contributing in a positive way, why are you even listening to them? And why take advice about people who are not doing what you do or people who have never done it?
When you look for someone, a mentor, you mentioned mentors earlier. When you look for a mentor, when you look for someone to help you along this journey, and I know you coach folks, you work with folks, and we'll get into how folks can connect with you and who you work with. What do you look for when you're looking to work with a mentor or someone to guide and lead you along this path?
So, and I'm going to give another story. I have a friend, she's 66 years old. She's raised 5 children and she's got multiple grandchildren. She hires a 30-year-old, a life coach. What is that 30-year-old going to teach you on marriage, on raising children, raising grandchildren? So the first thing I look for in a mentor is somebody who's done what I want to do. Somebody who wants to teach me and see me grow, that will uplift me and put me higher than they've ever been. That's not going to be jealous. Those are the mentors that you want.
I like it, by the way. What does success look like for you these days? What does it feel like for you?
You know what success is about for me? It's about seeing others rise. I hope that anybody we ever work with far exceeds anything that I could ever do, because that means I had a piece in their journey that could help them. I was a stepping stone on their path to get somewhere. For me, that's success, because after all, we're just people. Money and things don't matter. Happiness to me is living the life that I want and not having to work for the things that I think I want.
And one of the things that you do a lot of service. I know you put on events, you collaborate with other people. There's some folks that operate with a scarcity mindset. That's not you. When you look to collaborate, What's one of the reasons why you collaborate and give so much to other folks when you don't have to do that? You could charge for some of the things that you do. You could look at doing it solo. So here's the question directly. I like to believe that collaboration crushes competition. What's one of the reasons you believe in collaboration, number one, and why you believe in giving so much to so many folks?
First off, I have it to give, and I'm not talking about money. God has given me a gift, and I want to give that gift. And if I can help people reach their aha moment or become a better version of themselves, which means they're going to have a better quality of life to achieve their happiness, then why wouldn't I do that? We're only here for a short time. Somebody has to help me. I've had lots of mentors. I've had great family members. People have supported me along the way. Without somebody else, I wouldn't be where I am. So I want to be that somebody else for them. I want to be that person that's made a difference in their life because that's all we all are at the end of the day is just people.
People at the end of the day, isn't that what it's all about? By the way, as we come down the home stretch, two-part question: when you're not out saving the world, helping other people become the best versions of themselves, what do you do for fun these days?
Ooh, I work a lot. That's my fun. I absolutely enjoy what I do. I tell people that I don't care if I speak on another stage for 6 months because I've had a lot of stage time. But what I would miss is the people in the crowd, the people in the audience. I will go to other events just to meet the people. I love meeting people. But what do I do for fun? I enjoy my grandbabies.
Okay, now you can't just leave us hanging. By the way, you say you love your grandbabies. What do you love doing most with your grandkids? Is it just hanging out, or you like going to the park? What do you like doing most?
I have different age groups. I have a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a almost 15-year-old. So it looks different for each of them. I have a movie buddy. I have a sports buddy that we go out. I have a shopping buddy. So depending on what their likes are with their age group, that's what we do. If it's just hanging out, we just hang out. We live out in the country, so the kids always say, I want to go to the county, and they like to run, and they bring their bikes and their motorized toys and their motorcycles or whatever. That to me is fun.
I love it. By the way, you do events, becoming the best version of you. Is that what it's called? Becoming the best.
Becoming the best. We teach you to become the best version of yourself. It's a how-to.
Teaching you becoming the best version of yourself. Tell us about the events you're doing. Tell us about the mission, goals, and objectives, and the type of folks who should attend or at least follow along the journey.
So our events are all about you. They are stories from other individuals who have been through the struggle. They're going to teach you how to come out of that struggle. It's business, it's personal development, it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's health. It covers all different things. So we have a health and wellness pillar, a financial pillar, a service pillar. You name it, we have what you need at these events. I tell people, if you don't like this speaker, just stick around. There'll be another one. We have probably 30 to 40 speakers on our three-day events, and we have about 8 to 10 on our one-day events. Somebody there is going to resonate with you. What I like about our events the most is the networking and the people that you're going to meet there. Our speakers don't just show up, speak, and leave. They stay for the entire conference. So you get to meet them. You get to talk with them. You get to sit in the corner and pick their brain. You might even get to hire a mentor.
And what's the backstory behind the brand? Was it something that you were just thinking about one day? Was it something that just came to you? Like, what was the inspiration that got you there? And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to forget. She's going to tell you how to connect with her, tell you who should follow her, what website to go to. We're going to get to that. Just give me another minute or two. I'm just curious. You might be curious, like, what's the backstory between the colors and the brand and everything? Please share.
So I wear a crown. I don't have it with me right now. And I tell people that I'm royalty. I put a crown and I say, I rule my kingdom. I don't let fear, doubt, insecurities, what other people think, anything else rule my kingdom but me. But because I am a daughter of God, it gives me the permission, I'm royalty, to wear the crown. So I enjoy wearing the crown. That is why I came up with the colors. Purple is royalty. But becoming the better you. It was supposed to be a one-off event. It was just the theme of that event because when I got back into speaking, back when I was doing it prior to prison, social media wasn't a big thing. There wasn't no such thing as sizzle reels and all of these things. Well, now, boom, here it is. I don't have it. So I was creating an event, now first and foremost, to help other people and to get my assets so that I can market myself as a speaker. And here we are 5 years later, going strong. We've done, I'm going to say, over 50 events in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I love your heart to give. I love your heart to serve. Now share with folks the type of client you're looking to work with, maybe for your firm. I'm not sure if your firm's taking on any clients. And then number two, where should they go? How should they connect? What website place should they go to? Because they're like, I want to stay in this conversation. I want to become a better, because when the question is asked, when do you stop learning? The obvious answer is you never stop learning. So you have an opportunity to learn with you. Go ahead and share that with them, please.
So for us, we are looking for anybody who's stuck in life, either stuck in business or stuck in their personal journey. We help businesses to scale, not just with marketing and things like that. I don't even help with marketing, but we do help with your sales and operations. We are your infrastructure. I train all over the country with major corporations on sales and infrastructure, but we also train speakers. So if you're looking to get on stages, come see us. Now, we are not a speaker bureau, but we can help you with your speaking career. You can go to comechangeyourlife.com or anything at Brenda Ringwood.
Well, let me say thank you so much for being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. We appreciate it. I know you can always make more money, but you can't make more time. And you give us the most precious resource that you have at this moment, which is your time. So thank you so much.
No, thanks for having me.
And thank you to viewers. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Again, without you, well, we don't have a show. So we appreciate you. Thanks for showing up. Please take this message, pay it forward, share it to someone else so their life can become a better version of what it is right now. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown. Make it a great day, everyone. We'll make some good things how we connect again next time. God bless. Keep doing this work. Peace. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.